Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So guys, the first foremost concern or the question is the margin that you are all trading with. Okay. Uh, Tell me, is it not clear what is the minimum set or what is the minimum amount of margin that we should be ideally be using to trade intraday? Any question, any concerns about it? I think I have shared or I have intimated this more than 100 or 200 times. No, even shared a document onto it, explaining the reason why it is important that you need to trade with the right set of margin. If you are not having that right set of margin, there is no hurry that you need to trade. Take some time, accumulate that margin, that required margin, and then only trade. I'm looking at the poll that I have triggered, so I see there are 36 individuals who are trading with a capital of less than 10,000. Okay.
Sound is not clear, sir.
Sorry, what? Hello? Did someone say something?
Yes, sir. Someone told that sound is not clear, but I am hearing you absolutely clear.
Am I audible clear to all? Okay, it appears to be clear. So, Tahir, you probably rejoin the session. So, no, if there is any sort of network issue, then that might get resolved. Cool, thanks. Okay, so guys, I'm coming back to the margin set of things, which is the foremost important thing that if you really want to trade intraday. I have shared the document. Rather, I keep sharing the document again and again. Trying to make you informed and trying to uh, help you understand why it is important. Okay. This is what I have been saying, that you require at least 20,000 as a minimum margin required to trade one lot, that is either of Bank Nifty or Nifty. When I say one lot, that doesn't mean one lot of Bank Nifty and one lot of Nifty. If I have to, if I try to explain you the reason behind it, so go by this table that I was just trying to trying to form so that I can illustrate it in a better way. I'm not sure if that will be helpful or not. So let's consider that you are trading with 10,000 capital. This is a capital that you have deployed, or rather you are trading with 20,000 capital, or rather you are trading with 30,000 or 40,000 of the capital out here. Okay, these are the number of lots that you are ideally entering with this set of margin or this sort of set of capital. So what happens, this is the risk of 50 points. Okay, this is the SL that we usually take between 45 to 55 odd points. That is the margin that we uh, ideally set for us. Sorry, not the margin, that's SL that we ideally set for ourselves. So what happens, no, if you are trading with 10,000 capital with one lot, and if you take a hit of 1250 rupee, you are left with 8750. If this again gets repeated, you will be left with 7,500. So in trading, I believe we all understand this, that trading is not something where no where you get anything as a sure shot sort of thing. Okay, trading is purely based on high probability. It depends upon the individual how best or how skilled he is, that he is able to identify high probability trades, and he is managing to execute them. So as I keep saying, that there are two aspects to trading. The first is the technical aspect, and the second is the psychological aspect. Okay, technical aspect can be taught, it can be practiced. That is something can be developed over a period of time with more and more practice. Technical aspect will help you understand what is the current setup of the market, what are the supports, what are the resistance, what is the how is the ground so far set for you to play well. Technicals will always help you with the entries into market. Okay, it will help you onboard into a trade with no towards the high probability. But once you have onboarded into any sort of trade, it now it's up to your psychological aspect, the way you manage it. quite a many people uh, they have improved themselves by after joining the channel since quite a good time, that initially they used to look for a bigger targets, bigger gains, but eventually when they have realized that in order to survive or in order to really make money in the market, it is not bigger target is what you require, but you require a consistent targets or consistent gains. Now those consistent gains cannot be bigger gains, those consistent gains need to be smaller and decent gains. Okay, coming back to the margin set. Now let's take an example out here. If you are trading with 10,000 rupee and you take two hits in a day, that is 50, 100 points on a bank nifty, you are left with 7,500 rupee. Okay, so I'm not sure how many of here knows what is the choppy market or what are the phases of the market. Okay, so those who don't know, market usually passes through different phases. So there are bull phases, there are bear phases, there are choppy phases, which is also called as sideways phases. Okay, the fact is around 60 to 70% of the time market spends in between these choppy phases or the sideways phases. You will hardly find yourself to be trading in bull phase or bear phase. Okay, any Tom, Dick, Harry can enter into bull phase. He can enter into wherever he wanted to, get into. By the end of the day, 100% he will be awarded with the gains. Okay, by the time the market is getting over, he will be benefited with the gains because that is the bull phase. Wherever you make an entry, you are going to get benefited. Similarly, is the bear phase. Okay, wherever you are making an entry, you are going to get the benefit or you are going to earn some bit of the profit. But the actual test of the trader, okay, the actual test of the trader takes place in the choppy phase. Okay, the problem is you have passed some days, you have been into some days in the bull phase where you have enjoyed the profits of 100 points on bank nifty, 200 points on bank nifty, 350 points on bank nifty, 25 points on nifty, 75 points on nifty. But the problem is you got used to it now. Okay, that is something is that is something which more than 90% of the times causes an issue to the trader. That is your psychological aspect. You cannot get used to any sort of numbers, you cannot get used to any sort of targets that you have achieved in past, and you are looking for the same amount of target in future as well, because the setup, the phase that you have where you have made this amount of gain is not same as you have, you're passing through. If I have to take you through the charts, we have thoroughly enjoyed, the phase which has been started from here. Okay, and most of the issues that we are facing has been started somewhere from around here. I have been talking about the yellow zone. Yellow zone, this is that yellow zone which indicates the choppy phase that we are going through. Okay, this choppy phase is going to remain unless and until we don't either break out this zone or we don't break down this zone decisively. Okay, there will be some attempts, there will be multiple attempts to break this out or to break this down, but unless and until there is no clear breakout or there is no clear breakdown, you are going to face choppiness in the market. That is for sure. As a trader, you need to be ready with all sort of phases. Okay, if you are trading with very limited set of margin, you cannot trade whatsoever that limit is. You cannot allow yourself to trade with the capital size of less than 20,000. You cannot trade less, I mean, less with the capital or with the margin of less than 20,000. When I say 20,000, with the 20,000, it doesn't mean that you deploy entire 20,000 into any trade that you are entering. With this 20,000, you are going to create two parts of it, that is 10,000 and 10,000. Okay, this 10,000 is kept as safe, not into your bank account. You can have it in your trading account, but this is part of your margin. This is part of your is part of your capital. Now, what is left, which is 50%, this 10,000, no matter what, you are not going to trade more than one lot against this 10,000 of the capital. Try to understand what I'm trying to say. Try to understand why I'm trying to say this. If you make more money, that is your benefit. If you lose your money, that is your loss. I'm not going to gain anything out of it. I'm not going to lose anything out of it. I have seen this in my entire trading career, in my past experience. Hence, I'm trying to apprise you, and I'm trying to explain you what it is, how it needs to be dealt. You cannot become rich or you cannot become millionaire overnight, nor in month, nor in a year by trading. Again, reiterating the same thing. This is the minimum capital you require. This is your tradable capital. This is your non-tradable capital. But this is your capital. If you want to sort of trade with multiples of it, then it is going to be this is going to be your tradable capital, and this is going to be your again non-tradable capital. Now you will think, why the hell I need to keep 20,000 just aside, and I'm not making use of it. This is required. So if you are passing through any sort of such choppy phases where you are not able to make any sort of gains, this is the capital which you are going to use further so that you remain in the game. But out of your greed, out of your dreams, out of your expectations, you keep entering with your entire capital. You are unaware to the phases, or you are unaware to the setup that you are entering. With 40,000 you have entered, you will definitely look for a no you probably will look for a gain of 4k to 6k. Okay, but why market would definitely act as per your expectations? There are different phases that every trader need to understand, that every trader need to accept, and a trader need to respect. Yesterday also I triggered one poll. uh, if it was a bit late, let me try to see. If not, then I will just skip it. Yeah, this one it is. Here if we see, we joined the channel so that there were three options that we can learn while we earn. That was the one of the option. There was second option, so no, so the accuracy seems to be high. Well, I don't care about the learning from the channel. There was a third option where where it was stated that I don't care about, I don't have time to learn and understand the process of the discipline. Just help me with the short trades. Uh, Something that I'm trying to do in this channel, or rather the initiative that I've taken in this channel to help you understand, to explain you what I understand as per the trades, or as or based on the execution that I'm taking you through. This is sort of an initiative. I'm not gaining anything, I'm not losing anything, but I think that if I have gained some knowledge, if I gained some experience, let me share it with the individual. And that is the only motive of this channel. The task would be very easier to act like a trip provider. Just give them, just provide you with the buy at X, sell at Y, and target of plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. And the moment it start hitting the targets, you add some rockets, you add some balloons, you add some hearts, everything beyond it, and just keep shooting. That is bullshit, that is nonsense. Trading doesn't happens that way. I mean, you all must have been no must be a part of quite a many Telegram channels, where you do witness all such things. But this is a different initiative that I'm trying to take, or that I'm trying to make, so I can contribute to this trading community. What I see, what I understand, what I have learned, the same thing I'm trying to pass on to every individual. I have I keep saying that your minimum set of margin is your most important factor that will help you trade right. Now even if you got 20,000 of capital, which is the minimum capital that is required, but now what will happen? You won't create two parts of it. Okay, you will just uh, put in everything into any trade that you are entering into. Okay, that is one problem. The second problem, you will not adhere to the position sizing. You are not adhering to the position sizing. You can buy one lot of bank nifty at the cost of 5,000. You can buy another lot of the no nifty at the cost of 5,000. Okay, I'm just using 10,000, that is 50% of my entire margin. So let me enter no let me make use of let me add one lot of bank nifty and let me add one lot of nifty and trade accordingly. And when you take hit on both the sides, that is somewhere around more than 2,500 or 3,000 odd rupee onto it, right? Where your loss could have been 1,500 on against 10,000, but because you have entered with oversized position against your tradable margin, you are taking double hit on that. Please understand, minimum required margin is the least requirement if you want to trade right. After that, position sizing as per the margin is another important thing that you need to correct. If you got 50,000 in your account, okay, if you got 50,000 or 60,000 in your account, you just cannot put entire 50 or 60,000 rupee into any trade that you are entering into. This is not a casino. Understand, quite a many of you are new into trading, quite a many. See, quite, I mean, if I have to count, there are 20 to 20 25% of the individuals in the channel are new to trading. What makes you take, what from where do you get so much of courage that you take such big amount of brisk or such oversized position? At least first try to understand what are the different phases of the market. How does this market works? How what and how it reacts? What makes you gain, what makes you lose? What is the proper strategy that you need to apply when you are trading into market? If you just need some sort of adventure, hence you are into market, that your adventure is going to get over very soon. But if you are into market, so that you can stay in the market for a longer period, you can make some amount of gains or some amount of income from market as a secondary source of it. You need to play it slow. You need to play it slow. Loss quota, again, this is just some sort of method that I have been explaining and that I have been trying to make you understand or help you learn. You have to follow your loss quota. Don't worry if you have hit your loss quota with the initial trade. There are more than thousands or lakhs of trades which are going to come. The same statement I keep making again and again. Market have been in existence, have been into existence before we were born. They are no they are in existence even we are alive, and they are going to remain in existence even after we die. So market is not running out. We are running out. You need to ensure your capital survives for you to trade right. And how will you ensure your capital survive? By following your loss quota. By ensuring that you follow your loss quota, that is how you are going to ensure that you try to keep your margin, you try to keep your uh, capital stay for a longer period. Profit booking, not many, but quite a few traders or members have raised this question, that I provide or I ask an SL of 50 points or 45 points or 55 points, and on Nifty around 16 or 18 points. But we are asked to take a profit of 40 or 60 odd points, 50 or 60 odd points, uh, and make an exit. This is the one side of the story that you are trying to look into. Okay, you are asked to take 40 or 60 odd points of profit on bank nifty and make an exit because your capital adequacy is not appropriate. you You are trading with very minimal set of margin where you cannot afford to trade with more than one lot, and when you are trading with just one lot, your expectations should not be high. Rather, when I teach my trainees in the training, I make them understand that when you are trading into market, you should not have any sort of expectations. Then I get a question that, sir, if if I don't keep any sort of expectation, then why should I trade? I said, valid point. But if you are setting your expectations in front of something which does not exist, if you keep your expectations from your family, friends, your wife, your husband, anything, there is someone who is going to listen to you, and there is someone who is going to try his best to meet your expectations. But this is market. This is trading. This is shit brutal. This is ugly. Please mute yourself. Allow you to speak. Please mute yourself for some time. This is indeed brutal. It doesn't care how rich or how poor you are, what sort of issues or what sort of challenges are you going through. It doesn't care at all. You have decided, I wanted to trade, hence you have come into this domain. So you need to take that risk. You need to understand that risk. You have to accept that risk. When I ask to sorry, to place an SL of 45 or 55 odd points, that 45 or 55 odd points is not even as per the technical support or technical SL. If I have to provide you with the technical SL that is based on the spot levels, that will not be even close to 45 or 55 odd points. That will be somewhere around 65 or 70 odd points. But I know that irrespective of whatever SL it is, or irrespective of whatever wherever the support it is, as per the risk management perspective, I cannot take more than this amount of hit. While I'm trading with 20,000 of the capital, keeping 10,000 aside and ensuring that I'm not trading with more than one lot against 10,000 of capital, I can take that 45 to 50 odd point of risk, point of risk anytime I trade. I know the markets are not going to remain the same way. They cannot rise consistently, right? I mean, can you expect market to be rising consistently every day? Imagine at what levels it will be. You cannot expect market to be falling every day consistently, right? Then again, imagine at what levels they will be. Market rises, market go passes through a bull phase, a strong bull phase. It requires some halt. It requires a bit of consolidation. That is where the buyers and sellers are no are kind of getting into tussle. They are trying to hunt uh, who is who is sort of more powerful than us, but they ultimately are exhausted. They are not able to take market to either of their side. That is the consolidation phase, that is the choppy phase that market will go quite many time. If you have been able to make a decent amount of gains, a decent amount of profits in a bull phase or in a bear phase, do expect to lose out some gains during this choppy phase, but that lose out should be to a limited amount, not entirely. You need to ensure that if I'm losing, that losing has to be limited. Single lot trader, the problem with the single lot trader is I understand and I accept, we all have some sort of problems. We all have some sort of financial issues and everything. We need to meet quite a many liabilities, quite a many deliverables on our life. We need to take care of our families, everything. That is all there and understood. But how come we expect market to be helping us or assisting us to eliminate all this sort of things? You are not able to get the appropriate margin because of your own financial issues. Let that crisis pass through. Let that issue pass through. When you are at the right phase to trade, then get into market. You literally cannot trade with 7,000 or 10,000. This is like gambling, where you are thinking that This is the channel where we I keep receiving high accuracy of the trades. Don't worry, even if I start trading with 5,000 or 7,000 capital, I will surely be making no somewhere around 1,000 or 1,500 on a daily basis. Had it been that easy or that stable sort of thing, do you really think anyone amongst us would have been no working into offices for 9 or 10 hours on a daily basis? It is not. Focus on the psychological aspect. I am against this risk to reward ratio concept. The risk or reward ratio. Okay, people say at least there should be at least 1:2 ratio. There should be at least 1:5 ratio. If you are risking if you are risking one part of it, I say, who is going to guarantee, or who is going to assure you that if you risk your one ratio, and then you are surely going to get 1:2 ratio against it? Who is that individual in front of you? It is not. It is not. The risk is defined based on the levels. The risk is defined based on the data. The risk is defined based on the setup. You cannot say that I'm not looking for 50 odd points of gain. Okay, so I'm not going to place 50 odd point of risk. That is not going to as per our convenience. This is as per the technicals. This is as per the setup. You need to risk a certain amount to it. If I provide you with the risk of 45 odd points or 55 odd points, there is some bit of calculation, that when I say 45 odd points, and when we are trading ATM, that covers up 100 point fall on the bank nifty. But if I see that there is a probability that bank nifty might fall 150 points or 170 points, I cannot ask you to provide no I cannot ask you to take an SL of 65 or 70 odd points, because I know we cannot absorb that much of losses, right? So these are basically the key elements to trade, right? Okay, I have been receiving quite a many individual messages since past quite a few days. To be honest, from the day the from basically from last 4 or 5 days, from where the choppiness have begun. Okay, the only question that I asked them, what is the margin that you are trading with, and how come you have made the loss of 2,005 or 3,000 odd rupee? I get the answer that I have been trading with 7,000 odd rupee, I have been trading with 9,000 odd rupee, I have been trading with 11,000 odd rupee. Okay, they are the same individual who before joining the channel asked me what is the minimum set of margin that is required, and I do ensure that I provide them with this snapshot, that in order to trade right, in order to trade intraday with one lot, that is either bank nifty or either nifty, you require at least 20,000 as a margin, so that you can have some cushion. Okay, and you can trade with a peace of mind. If knowing certain things and not following those things, if you end up making losses, who is going to get blamed, or who should be rather getting blamed here? In my early days of trading, I have begun my trading with the capital of 6,000. Okay, I think around for a year or for so, I never realized what is the required margin side, was what is the position sizing. Whatever amount I used to have in my account, I used to deploy that entirely by dividing the premium of the option, and used to hold that many amount of or quantity of the options into my hand. At times I have made 60,000 of by deploying 10,000. At times I have lost 60,000 by deploying sort of 70 or 80,000. Over a period of time, after losing a good amount of uh, money, after going through a heavy amount of financial crisis, issues, problems, pains, I have come to a stage where I know where I when I look at this entire domain from 40,000 feet above. Now I get to know, okay, these are the things which were not right. This is the thing which needs to be corrected. This is the thing which needs to be aligned properly. Market is there. Market will help you gain, but only if you help yourself.
The voice is not clear.
Tahir, I think some issue with your network. I don't think others are getting that problem.
Okay, sir.
This is the heat map that I have shared. This is the heat map that I have shared. So who don't understand or couldn't understand what it is. These are the trades that we execute. This is the first trade of the morning. This is second trade of the morning. This is third trade of the morning. Okay, and this is how they have been through. Now the amount of profit that we see here is not necessary. It will be met with the profit that you have booked, because it depends if you are a single lot trader, if you are a multi lot trader, the way you have trailed your profits or the way you have trailed your position. But this is just to show that when we have been into the right phase of it, we have managed to make more than decent amount of money. So do accept different phases of the market, do respect different phases of the market. If you think you are not or you cannot handle this phase, take a break for the entire week. Take a break for the entire week. uh, Quite a few members have voted that I don't care about learning and everything, I just require short trades. Sorry, I'm not the individual that who is going to help you with the short trade. If you find any, let me know. I will deploy my 10 lakh or 20 lakh out rupee into that within a short gain of short trades. I am here to help you learn, to help you understand with the sort of with the way I am identifying I'm identifying the traits. I am trying to no trying to interpret or evaluate things between different angles or the different elements of the traits. I think I'm trying to help you out. The most important part of the trading is the psychological aspect, which no one will even talk about it. You join any sort of channel, you join any expert, you join any mentor, they are going to focus entirely on the technical aspect, but no one is there who is going to tell you what is psychological aspect, which is even more than 75% of your actual trading. I the frequent push and pull into trades. There were some individuals who were complaining that there has been more than 13 trades, there has been more than 14 trades. What about the brokerages? What about this? These many trades are not required. बार बार enter करके क्या मतलब है? Guys, this is not something that I'm doing with my own interest or just out of passion. The frequent push and pull is required to ensure that you don't lose out on your capital. If you understand what is technicals or what is trading, you will enter into trade based on the indications. If certain things are indicating this level has been broken out, okay, if this level has been broken out, the next level has to be approached. This is indication. There has been more put shorts, there has been more call shorts, there has been a data change. These are indications. We are not an astrologer or babajis who can close their eyes and predict, okay, from here it is going to shoot up 400 points. Guys, let's get into call. That is not happening, right? So we will always enter into based on indications. Okay, I don't call it predictions. I call it that to be purely indications. We will enter based on the indications, and once we have entered based on the indications, we know that there are two probabilities. Either it will work in our favor or it will not. If it works in our favor, well and good. But if it doesn't make works in our favor, we have the stop losses placed. Over and above that, when we enter into based on any sort of indications, the next task is to look for the momentum. It shouldn't be the case that I just entered into position, I have placed my stop loss and done for the day. That is stupidity. That is not the way that the trading happens. That is the way how it happens with the tip provider, that they will give you buy, sell, and target with for some 5 6 targets out there. That doesn't happen that way. Trading, intraday trading is like is like fighting on the front foot at the war front, at the warfare. If you don't see the momentum to be taking place, you have to pull out your trade. You have to pull out your trade irrespective your SL is hit or not hit. I provide you with the SL of 45 points or 55 points. The moment I see I'm not getting the expected momentum, I ask you to pull out even at the 10 points or 15 odd points of the losses. That extends my number of trades that I'm making on a daily basis. I'm not enjoying any sort of thing that by making you by making you enter and make an exit out from there. I will come to the questions now. The last thing is try to understand, understand and accept the different phases of the market. Don't complain. Try to understand why is it why is it happening this way. If we have made more than decent amount of gains in past, past 1 month, 1.5 month, or the entire 2 month, okay, why am I facing such issues now? Because the phases has been changed. There is a shift in the phase which have to be accepted. If you are not comfortable, let this phase get past. I have already indicated what indicates that the phase is past. Let it get past. Now I will come to some questions that those were shared with me. Inadequate capital, that I have already discussed, or that I have already briefed you what, in terms of the required margin or in terms of required capital. If you are still trading with the insufficient capital or inadequate capital, and then you are making losses, do make a note that this is something you have decided, and not me. If you are still low on capital, pause your trading. Ensure you accumulate the required capital. Let it take 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, whatever it is. There is no scope, or there is no need to trade with inadequate capital. When you trade, you need to have that cushion to take losses as well. Taking only hero or zero trades, guys, taking only or looking for only hero and zero trades is itself a gambling. What is hero zero trade? Let me try to explain you what is hero zero. As per me, what is hero zero trades? Okay, so I usually trigger hero zero trades where there is a probability, that there could be a breakout of the uh, resistance, okay, which will lead to breakout of the OI resistance, which will further lead to short covering. Okay, if it leads to short covering, what is the next target that I'm seeing? So the level between the short covering and the level between the target is the strike that I provide you as a hero zero trade. That is low cost trade. But if you keep looking for hero zero trade, only hero zero trade, and you deploy your most of the capital into it, that is pure gambling. That is not trading at all. If you think because of your margin you are not able to take the appropriate option that is being suggested, I will again suggest you to hold your trades. Don't trade unless and until your problem is not passed, or your problem is, not sorted. Hold yourself. Market is going to survive for a long. But if you get into hurry, if you mess up something with your own self, market is not going to help you out there. Non-availability during the trade is suggested. That is okay. We all are employees. We all are working. The priority for all of us is office work. That is the primary source of income for all of us. That is okay. If you have missed the trade, let that trade be missed. Don't try to chase that trade. If you have missed the trade, just recollect one sentence in your market. There are enormous opportunities in the market. Okay, there are enormous opportunity in the market. But if I try to run behind this trade, probably I will lose my margin, or probably I will end up making some losses. Now with the capital of 20,000, should I buy one lot of bank nifty and one lot of nifty, or two lot of bank nifty or two lot of nifty? No, with the capital of 20,000 you should be buying only one lot. That can be either bank nifty or nifty, not two lot. Someone suggested let's start working on the stock options. Guys, if you are not able to handle the index options or index trades, stock options are more riskier. You think on stock options you can trade with OTM and you will be making money? If you have to trade with at the money stock options, you will require a heavy amount of money, not less than 30, 40, or 50 or thousand for you to trade. And when you are trading with stock options, for example like SBI, if you are getting into one lot of stock options, that itself is 3,000 quantities. if you are failing to handle 25 quantities or 75 quantities or 100 quantities, how will you be able to manage 3000 quantities? Loss after profit. uh yeah, again, the thing is, the problem is, like today's example, I'm very glad that many of, I mean, most of them are technical traders. With the morning trade, they were done for the day. With the morning trade, where they managed to book a decent amount of gains, they were done for the day. Okay, be it 9:45, be it 9:30, or be it 10 o'clock, whatever time it is, they do not look for that market is still there until 3:15 or 3:30, I can still make more money out of it. That's not right mindset. That is not right mindset. You are trading to gain some money out here. You have gained money, you should exit from the market. There is no guarantee that after earning some profit, if you re-enter into some further trades, you are going to get additional benefit or additional profit out of it. There is no surety. So once you have gained your profit, don't risk that at all. Dow significance. So in absence of our own set of triggers, no, in the domestic triggers, we usually get synced with the Dow momentum. But since past 2 or 3 days, no, since the time we have been a bit choppy, we have lost the sync with Dow. We are somehow not getting in sync with Dow at the moment. Role of IV, I have explained this, what is IV, what is implied volatility, and how it impacts our option trading and all. I will reshare that para once again in the channel for the one, no, to understand what is the role of IV. But in short, IV is implied volatility of the options, not the India VIX, of the options. So when the IVs are high, it is like you if the IVs are high, and if you are trying to buy the option, it is like you are buying the option at overly premium price. Okay, and the moment the IV starts to make a fall, because IV cannot sustain at higher levels, IV usually spikes up because of some uncertainty, or probably there is sort of some announcement, or something is going to, going to take place, that can make a huge impact in the market, either upside or downside. That those are the events where IV will shoot up. Okay, but they cannot remain at the higher levels. So it may happen that you have bought the option when the IV was at higher level, and even when you don't see any momentum to be taking place on the bank nifty or nifty, and if IV starts to make a fall, there will be a very, heavy erosion on the options that you are holding. Even a single person, or even 2% fall in IV can lead to, somewhere around 15 to 30 odd points, from your option premium. Risk of 18 points, but looking for 15 points. I have explained this because you are single lot trader. So single lot, being a single lot trader, don't look to gain big. Focus on building your capital, rather trying to gain more. Once you have accumulated a decent amount of capital where you can trade with multiple lots, then you should be looking for a bigger game, sort, not bigger game, but kind of extended gains that you can, because there we have the method that, you should book 50%. You should be you should be booking your 50% at the initial search. You should be trailing your 25%, and you should be keeping your 25% at the cost, with some buffer, obviously, so that 50% is booked, so you have some cushion to hold your rest of the trades. If it makes further rise, you have your 25%, which you will keep trailing. If the 25% is booked, and if market shoots up further, you still remain with the 25%, which is kept at the cost. So by this method, you will be able to make max out of the market, but on the trending days. But if you are a single lot trader, you should not be expecting bigger gains onto it. Why am I suffering heavy losses? Because you are new into market, you don't want to understand what is market, you don't want to look into the different elements of the market. You need to focus what is market, how you need to approach the market, and how you need to manage your margin, and your lot size. First try to learn what is it, and then practice it, and then you enter with the with your best financial potentials that you got. Unless and until, don't try to be a Robin Hood. Secure or procure the funds that you got. Probably if you learn now, and if you make use of those funds at the later stage, you will be able to gain a good amount of money. But if you out of your sort of excitement or out of your hurry, if you deploy everything now and you look for bigger games, you don't know what phase you are, and you will be failing to manage your position, you will be failing to manage your money accordingly. If you are making heavy losses, stop yourself, start thinking what is going wrong with me. Someone asked me last trade was that a hedge? I usually don't get into option strategies like long strangle or short strangle or straddle and strangle. But there was just one reason I thought of getting into it, because there was no because Bank Nifty have reached to the apex area of the pattern where usually it will give a breakout or breakdown, but still there was there was a bit uh, indecisiveness that it would break out today or break out or break down tomorrow, because the though we have reached the apex, but not the breakout point yet, which exactly happened today. So no, the way I might have seen similar way, quite a many traders might have seen it to be at the same levels, and to be happening accordingly. So on such areas or on such points, there is a probability that there will be one-sided strong momentum. Either it will be upside or either it will be downside. So when there is such expectations, or when there is such indication, you can definitely enter with long straddle or long triangle, because if one position is going to make you losses, the another position is going to make you 2x of profit against the loss that you have made. But I usually don't suggest to hedge when you are trading with naked options, because option cannot hedge the other option. Yes, if you are short selling options, then there are enormous or a good amount of strategies that you can apply to hedge your positions. Can one buy C or P and hold the same to trade the later day? No, because as I said, you should be doing this only if you are sure that there is going to be very sharp momentum either of this side. Okay, the problem is, if you fail to analyze, or if you fail to derive that, and if market remains sideways or range bound for the further days as well, you will be taking hit on both the sides. Tomorrow also will be choppiness like today. uh, Cannot predict, but yes, if we manage to break out that yellow zone, or if we manage to break down that yellow zone, then probably we are going to move out of the choppiness. But if it is still getting traded inside that yellow zone, then yes, choppiness is going to prevail tomorrow as well. um, Quite a few message charts have been there. Let me try to quickly go through them. Can I buy 5k BN and 5k Nifty with 10k margin, keeping 10k? No. You should be buying only one lot, either Bank Nifty or either Nifty, irrespective it is costing you 5,000 or 10,000. The reason behind, the stop losses on both will be somewhere around 1,200 or 1,000 rupee. So if you are hit on both, there will be a double hit. But if you follow the proper position sizing, and if you just enter with one of the lots, your losses will not be 2,500 but just 1,200 or 1,250. Uh, Please explain what is loss quota. How do you define it? So loss quota is nothing but it is the average gains that you have been making since past week or since past 10 trading sessions. Okay, at the moment you will not be able to derive, but if in past 10 trading sessions you have been making a gain of 1,500 on an average basis, that 1,500 becomes your loss quota. So on any day, you should not be trading if you have lost or exhausted 1,500 rupee on that day, because it is like if you don't have the potentials to gain 1,500 rupee in a day, you should not be risking more than 1,500 rupee on any day. That is your loss quota. If you want to trade only one lot, what would you suggest, Nifty or Bank Nifty, considering the risk? Or uh, so if you would have asked me this around a month or 2 months back, I would have said, BN Bank Nifty is a high beta. So if you are looking for something very volatile, then it is supposed to be Bank Nifty. But looking at the way Nifty has been trading since quite some time, so it is very difficult to differentiate both them. So it purely depends upon upon the setup that is being formed on both. But on a normal phase, on a normal day, if you are a volatility lover, then you should be trading with Bank Nifty and non Nifty. But nowadays Nifty is also quite volatile. So at the moment, there is no differentiation. 20K margin for either Bank Nifty or Nifty, or one lot of both. Either for Bank Nifty or one Nifty, not one lot of both. What about the execution of trade after you suggest we didn't get the same price? How to tackle? So in the document, if you read, I have stated that if you can always enter into Bank Nifty with a buffer of 10, with a buffer of plus minus 10 rupee. If I suggested it at 240 rupee, and if you see it to be at 250 or 255 rupee, you can still enter into it. You can still enter into it. But if it has crossed somewhat like 20 or 25 or 30 or rupee, then you should consider that to be a missed trade. Similarly, for Nifty, it is around 5 to 7 odd points. That is the buffer that you can accept and can enter into trade whenever I suggest that. Observe that when market going upside and downside, every time premium value is going down. Um Ravindra, I'm not getting this exactly, but I'm thinking, or I'm trying to understand that this you are observing this is because mostly because we are trading to the choppiness, and if you are have observed this today, so today it was obviously the expiry. So towards the end of the session, obviously the premiums have to be erased at its max, because most of the traders would have derived that market is not breaking out nor it is breaking down. So whatever premium are there on the out of money puts and out of money cost, they are going to get they are going to short them. So at the end of the session, it will be somewhere around zero value. How can sell first before we buy? How can sell first before we buy? So this is known as short selling, or no, shorting of the options, Manish. So not the right forum to help you understand. You can probably go through YouTube and can some source of on Google, which will help you understand what is how to sell first before you buy. But selling requires a heavy amount of margin. So if you are going to sell one lot of Bank Nifty, it is going to ask you for at least 1.25 or 1.75 of the lack of the margin. So that amount of margin gets blocked. And no, for example, if you have chosen to short the put, which is at the cost of 100 rupee, so 100 into 25, that is somewhere around 2500 is what you are going to gain if the put that you have sold expires at zero. Okay, but unless and until you don't release that put, you don't buy back that put, your 1 lakh 1.25 or 1.75 margin is not going to get released. So option selling requires a good amount of margin as well. How did you draw that yellow zone? That's a part of technicals, guru. Wouldn't be able to explain it right here. How we know OI data change in live market? So you can surely look at the NSE data. Probably it requires multiple methods to be followed, not only on the day of the live trading. It requires some homework to be done uh, prior to the opening of the market, by looking at the option strikes, option charts, deriving what could be the percentage of short builders out there, what could be the percentage of long builders out there, based on the setups. That will eventually will help you. Once you have the numbers handy, then in the real time intraday period, you will be able to see if there has been an addition of 2 lakh of the put short buildup. And as per your analysis, if you see, there was already 3 lakh of the put short buildup, so it is now 3 lakh plus 2 lakh of put short buildup, that is getting to 5 lakh of put short buildup. Hence it is building up some sort of base out there. I mean, it cannot be explained here. It is somewhere around 1 hour of the session that I usually take in the training. I think I have can you please make a video on Ivy. I don't know. I mean, what video I should be making, because Ivy is very much visible in front of all of us. If you are using Sensible, if you are using NSA website, you will be able to see what Ivy the options are getting traded at. And if you get to see the Vega, the value of the Vega, what it is, then if you see there is a spike of Ivy by 1%, or fall of Ivy by 1%, you can assign that Vega value to your option, and you will be able to know what is the amount of fall or what is the amount of rise you can expect with the momentum in the Ivy. All right, guys. I think I have Sudarshan. That is part of my pure technical setup and trading training plan. So if you are really interested in knowing, you can surely enroll for the training, because these are things which cannot be explained, or which cannot be answered out here, because this is something which I take 10 to 12 hours to help you understand everything that you are asking about the IV or the OI or the pre-market directions, or during even during the intraday thing, that cannot be answered here. So guys, please understand, please accept what it is. Don't be very aggressive in the market. Understand that this we are, you know, passing through the choppy phase. So if you are not comfortable, if you are thinking this is something is not handleable by you, then please no take a break from the market. Let this get get this over. Let get this past. Then probably, we have been making a decent amount of money. We have been making decent amount of gains on the trades, as in past. We will continue to do that. So nothing to worry. Just ensure that you don't get very aggressive. You don't enter into very oversized position. You ensure you have the right set of margin. You ensure you always enter with the right lot size, or right position sizing. You take care of all these things: right margin, right position sizing, your loss quota, and profit booking. The technical aspect, the technical thing, I will take care of it. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I don't think any further questions are there.